and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to give you an introduction into how to L-sit. We'll show you how to overcome and avoid the nasty cramps and build the shoulder strength needed to master this skill.
So guys, before we show you actual exercises, how to improve your L-sit, we want to show you and demonstrate you two variations of the L-sit. One is closed and one is opened. The opened L-sit is a lot harder on your hip flexors and leads to more advanced skills like the MENA for gymnastics or the V-sit. But the closed one is not wrong, but we see most of the people do the closed one because of lack of protraction or pushing strength, and in combination with lack of hip flexor strength. So, but it's not wrong, it's not a wrong L-sit. So Leslie's gonna demonstrate us the both variations. The first is opened, so hips are front, and then the closed one, hips coming back. And if you want actually to have 90 degrees, you should be able to, or you should have very strong hip flexors. If you do the closed L-sit, then you should, or you need more hip flexor strength to be able to get it up into a 90-degree perfect line, perfect vertical line. So with that being said, and you saw the differences now, let's jump straight into the exercises to get you your perfect L-sit.
So as we now know, we need strength in our upper body and in our lower body in order to be able to do an L-sit. So what we're going to focus on first is basically part one. Let's just name it part one, our upper body. So we need strength in our shoulders and scapula in order to push ourselves away from the ground. We do that by using protraction and depression of our scapula while pushing ourselves. That's basically pushing ourselves away from the ground. So that's basically part one, really important to learn the movement. So basically what you want to do, you can also do it on the ground, which makes it a lot harder. You basically just try and push yourself up, so your shoulder blades go down, or your shoulder goes down, and your shoulder blades basically spread. So like wings, you want to spread them so they're almost facing the ceiling. So if you want to make this a little bit easier or get more range of motion, use parallettes or an elevation, and start with pushing up and slowly lowering down, letting gravity or fighting against gravity when lowering back down. So these are basically scapula dips, and what you want to do is fight to push up. If you're able to hold at the top with maximum contraction and slowly lower down, fighting against gravity. And you'll feel it in your shoulders. Do as many reps as you need to in order to feel your shoulders close to fatigue. You don't want to get them to fatigue, but you want to get them close to that fatigue level in order to really get the maximum benefit out of it. So let's say you can do 5 reps and then the 7th would be your max rep, then do 5 reps and leave the 6th and the 7th rep aside and do more sets with less reps. If you're better or if you have more strength, then you can do more reps, less sets.
So in the next part two, we're gonna focus on compression work, hip flexor strength, and the exercise we wanna show you is actually there's a couple of variations of this exercise for compression work. So if you really have weak hip flexors, you are most likely not able to start upright in this position. So you wanna start by leaning back or against the wall, and maybe start with one leg first. And to lift it up, we do here 6 to 10 reps depending on your strength and fatigue level, and 3 sets on both sides. If that's too easy, of course, you can work your way up so your body is more upright, and now it's gonna be a little bit harder, of course. And if your hands and your upper body are moving more forward, it's gonna be a lot harder and harder, right? What we wanna focus here is no movement coming from your back. So yeah, do that from the side. So the feet are not important right now. Only watch her back. There's not much movement there, so she shouldn't be leaning back while she's training her hip flexors. That will be a compensation, a big compensation here. So as you get better in this exercise, you can do and lift up both legs here and place your hands beside your legs, straight elbows all the time, and try to maintain or do the setup like in the L-sit with protracted and depressed scapulas and lift both legs up. If this progression is too fast, so from doing the one leg to both legs with both hands clean on the ground, so not on your fingertips, use a resistance band here, place it wherever you can, place it around your feet, and then the resistance band will help you significantly to overcome this plateau you might have from switching from one leg to both legs. So from here it's quite easy for her, as you can see, so she has to move her hands a lot more forward, so she is only able to lift up maybe a fist between her heel and the ground. So that's really hard. Engage your quads, remember to have straight knees here, and you will feel it also in your abdominal area, in your lower abdominals, and of course in your hip flexors. So that's a huge and good exercise to improve both compression and hip flexor strength for your L-sit.
We now want to combine both of the previous exercises, but for most people jumping straight into the L-sit will be a little bit too much. So this is a little progression, basically like a half L-sit. You can use an elevation like Parallettes, they'll make it significantly easier. You push yourself up, remember depressed and protracted scapula, so push the shoulders down basically, and then from here lift one leg up. Keep the contraction, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. If you need a break, take a break. If not, other side. Again, 5-second hold. And remember, depressed and protracted scapulas. As soon as your scapula or shoulders drop down, get out of the L-sit, take a break. Do not push through the set if your shoulder is already fatigued beforehand. Really important, only clean form, otherwise you're not getting anywhere.
So we're coming to the final step, the full L-sit, and if you progressed over the weeks and months, you trained both compression and shoulder or scapula strength, then you should be also transferring this training into the full exercise. Like always, you're not gonna be good in one exercise if you don't train it and train only the components of it, right? So you have to be in the position you want to get good at. So first, of course, a clean L-sit with a bigger elevation, right? Easy, 3, 2, 1, perfect. So for this, a good parameter is 10 seconds. If you can do 3 sets of 10-second hold on this elevation, then you're most likely ready to progress to a smaller parallette or smaller elevation. You can also do on a yoga blocks or on some books as an elevation. You don't have to do it on smaller parallettes. So as you can see, but you shouldn't rush this. So if you think, oh, I got 3 sets of 10 seconds, and then think, oh, I get to the lower position now. No, this takes time, and take it slow, right? You still have to work hard on your compression strength, and the lower you get, the more you have to push with your protraction and your scapulas. So remember that, don't rush the process, go slow here and get really, really strong and solid. And the end result should be on the ground. 3, 2, 1, and boom, clean L-sit, and we're happy with the form, right? So that's the important thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you want more information, or check out our fundamental strength program, where we have an even detailed description and tutorial on how to even progress and program your L-sit progressions, and also a lot of other different skills, then check this program out. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.